We have long engaged in the quest for extraterrestrial life as part of our space exploration endeavors. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, reports of alien contact have increased people's faith in the presence of sentient life outside of our planet. This video will show 4 cases where people were face to face with aliens.
Aliens?
In many cases people claimed sightings or direct contact between them and extraterrestrial beings. These cases vary between mere viewing to the extent that some people claimed that they were kidnapped and experiments were carried out on them. This video will show some of them. Our first case happened 1961. After spending 3 days touring Montreal and Niagara Falls, American couple Barney and Betty Hill were returning to Portsmouth that evening on September 19, 1961. When they became aware of a bright light in the sky that seemed to be following them. Barney initially assumed it was a satellite. Later, when they stopped for a better view, through a pair of binoculars he noticed that the object was spinning. He concluded that it was a flying saucer. Betty first assumed it was a commercial airplane. She realized that it was undoubtedly not a plane, when it approached quickly in their direction without making a turn. The couple continued driving. Then Barney pulled over and jumped out of the car with a gun when the object was only 100 feet above them. He noticed approximately 11 humanoids staring out at him from behind rows of windows as he approached the pancake-shaped saucer. Barney became aware that they were about to be taken when he heard the voice's order to put his binoculars aside. He ran back to the car and began driving down the road, but soon the couple lost all consciousness. The couple lost all memories of the 2 hours that had lapsed when they regained their senses. However, the couple pieced together what happened that night with the help of a hypnosis expert. The Hill family was brought into the craft, where they were inspected on a metal table. Their clothes were removed and samples of their skin, hair, and nails taken. In order to check for pregnancy, a sizable needle was put in Betty's abdomen. The group's leader answered Betty's question about his home by displaying a star map with instructions. Then, after wiping their memories, they were sent back to their car. The Hills' story was the first UFO encounter to obtain widespread media coverage, and it quickly gained popularity. Not everybody, though, accepted their story. Some psychiatrists suggested that the couple's high level of stress from being an interethnic couple may have contributed to their hallucinations. Our second story is about a geologist called Stefan Michalak who noticed 2 saucer-shaped UFOs, one of which appeared to land barely 45 meters away, while prospecting at Falcon Lake in Manitoba. The saucer projected an opening and emitted a warm sulfurous air. Michalak walked in the direction of the opening, intrigued. He saw the outside had no joints or any evidence of welding and saw blinding horizontal and diagonal lights there. While closing the opening, the object started rotating and scorched Michalak with hot gas. The hot gas burned his clothes and left grid-like burn pattern on his chest and abdomen. Later, metals found in the site were found radioactive, and the landing site lost all of the moss and vegetation that had previously covered the area around it. Both the Canadian RCMP and the United States Air Force have agreed that the incident is unexplained, making it one of the most puzzling cases in the history of UFO investigations. The third story happened at Chicago O'Hare Airport. Many airport employees at Chicago O'Hare reported sighting an unidentified flying object hovering above Gate C-17 on November 7, 2006. The witnesses noted many things, including constant spinning, disc-shaped and steadily floating, and elliptical sphere in dark metal. Instantaneously rising, the UFO vanished, leaving a gap in the clouds and a trail of hazy trail behind. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, was informed of the incident after it was reported by more than a dozen workers to the control and security centers. Although the FAA warned approaching flights of a UFO, it originally rejected any reports of sightings. But afterwards, they admitted the reports and characterized it as an unusual weather occurrence. This incident is well recorded, there were numerous witnesses, and it continues to be one of the most mysterious cases. Our fourth story is from Australia. About 350 students and staff at Melbourne's Westall High School observed 5 UFOs approaching a silver UFO in 1966 for at least 20 minutes. The 5 UFOs looked like planes, while the silver UFO had a circular shape and a metal rod projecting into the air. The silver UFO was initially seen hovering close to the power line according to Greenwood, a teacher at the school. He observed the silver UFO accelerating gradually before accelerating rapidly out of the way of the incoming planes. Finally, it would move away from them and halt. A few times this occurred before the headmaster instructed everyone to return to their classes. He then threatened the faculty and students not to talk about the incident. While some have speculated that the incident may have been the result of a secret government testing of a new technology, others are certain that it was an alien encounter.
Aliens from space.